Alright, welcome back for episode 2 of this Let's Play as Rome. Actually, as a Julii specifically, I should say. And right now, looks like I took care of most of the movement I wanted to do for this turn. Wish I could set a reminder for the agents. Wish you could set a reminder to make sure that you move all of them, because I have a tendency in some of the Total War games past Medieval 1 to forget about agents who are off doing stuff like this out in the Shroud. But either way, we'll end that turn. And right now what I want to focus on is... Okay, they want us to go blockade there. So I'll send some ships down and do that, just for the sake of the mission. I'm not going to declare war yet. What I want to focus on is getting troops up into this area. And I'm gonna go, let's see. Okay, so that's a rebel merchant. I didn't know the rebels could have merchants. Just gonna keep an eye on this area and make sure they don't overpower this settlement. So financially we're doing good. See, where can I do construction? Anything that can give me population growth is what I want to get in Segesta. Got construction going there. And same thing over here in Corrales. Public order is probably also important. So let's see. Public order due to happiness and law. This one's straight happiness, and this is population growth and happiness. So we'll go with this Shrine of Ceres. And how are these guys' management skills? He's 7, he's 2. So this guy is probably not super necessary having him in here. What I'm gonna do, because he'll potentially be a good general in the future, is start getting peasants to hold this town, just keep public order in here, and then I'll move him out. Because he's not adding too much value to here, and in combat he probably would add more value. Now, we're at 140% here. It's not worth me sending these guys out yet, because I need to get my boats back from this... Where are they? Okay, from here. So I moved my spy. Right now they don't have enough to take this settlement, but I shouldn't let that get me lazy. I'm gonna keep recruiting Hastati. So we'll just leave with the peasants for that. And then over here, I'm gonna keep looking around for this other faction. Okay, this is rebel held, so they're not even over here yet. So I believe I want to go maybe in this direction. And let's take a quick look at these. Okay, I already took care of and addressed all that stuff. Spain's at war with Carthage as well as the other Roman houses. So that's another thing I might not have mentioned, because... I'll say no, because I'm going to end up fighting them anyways, so I don't want to give them any more money.
Until next time.
What was I saying? So, because you start off allied with all the other Roman factions, they will declare war on anybody that you have declared war on. They can also call for ceasefires, but I don't think it's often they do that. Forgot to start my timer. I'm probably about 4 or 5 minutes in right now. Alright, so let's keep on addressing construction. Everywhere except Segesta. Alright, we got more Hastati to bring along. Keep training them. All good, so I got the upgraded weapons. I wonder if this guy's gonna take an extra turn or if he'll get retrained within the same turn as these Hastati being recruited. Be curious to see that. Alright, so what happens if I send this fellow over here? Still at 120%, so that's good. As far as construction, we will go for... Feeling we go for Velites here. If he starts pumping out cavalry, I want to be able to do something about that. I think Velites are a decent counter since they've got throwing spears. And horses are big targets. And then in Ariminum, get a trader. Got construction to do here. Go for land clearance. Gotta watch for this boat. What kind of ships are this? Bareems. What are their combat stats like? Let's see. So 887.
Ready to sail.
Triremes are 876. Or biremes, okay, excuse me. So biremes are a little bit worse. Now wait a minute. I could have sworn. Are these the same ships? What's going on here? 887. 876. Huh, okay. I wonder if Carthage has some kind of bonus to their naval stats. It's the same unit name. Now, alright, we got recruitment here. Recruit one more thing of peasants here. Get our diplomat moving.
Without delay.
I thought there was a way that you could right click something like that and show who owned a certain region. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of another Total War game. Alright, so yeah, Gaul is definitely massing up troops up here. He's got a lot of war bands. Luckily it's mostly war bands. Now, what is the public order situation like here? How much is from garrison? So I could move out most of the garrison and still hold public order. Some of that's from governor, so actually I have to account for that as well. So if I were to move, sometimes you'll look at something like this and say, oh, we have plus 80% from the garrison. So if I take my whole army out, I would lose 80%. But the governor is involved in that as well, because I've got my faction leader. I believe you get 5% public order for every point of influence. And that math plays out. So at some point, I'll probably train some peasants and stuff in here. Generally speaking, what I'm going to do is keep peasants in towns that are probably not under threat. And that's because they have high unit volume, and so they provide more garrison bonus, I believe. But they also have low upkeep, so they're not really weighing on the bank account. So there's rebel ships and Carthaginian ships, and then more rebel. Yeah, these are pirates. I'm not sure what kind of boats they have, so gotta be careful with the fleet. Speak of the devil. Ooh, shit. Uh-oh. Okay, thank you, auto-resolve. Alright, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm abandoning that Senate mission, or whoever gave that mission to me. Yeah. I want to bring these guys back and keep the experience on them, get them repaired. The chance of me blockading this dock and then getting hit by Greek or Carthaginian ships or more pirates is enough that I'm going to move back. And then I'll aim to pick up our faction leader and our force and go from there. So Segesta, I'm going to go for the same shrine, Ceres, because I want to get some population growth going into these towns. Again, that's the one that I got constructed in Corrales. Okay, so he got, our general here got retrained. And in fact, I can do that for the other guy before I move him out. Train another squad of Hastati, we'll retrain these fellows. And then when the boats get back next turn, we'll retrain them. Public order is good enough here. And did these guys already get, yeah, these guys are retraining. And this guy is as well. Is he new? Yeah, okay, Mulius Julius. So I guess if someone comes of age within the province that has a blacksmith, they automatically get the benefits from that. So we'll move him and the Hastati up here. 2, 4, 6, 7 squads of Hastati. This guy's a 2-star general. Do they have any other generals around here? A 4-star and a 1-star. Okay, so Ebidorx is their faction heir. This is their leader? No, he's just a general. And I'm gonna leave my spy here for now. He's giving me the vision that I want. If these guys ever disappear, I'll probably poke around in these woods.
Sir, without delay.
Okay, so here there's a town, but this is still rebel held. 4 turns. 4 turns. I think that's saying 4 turns because it's under siege.
Sir, without delay.
Yes, okay.
I will address.
So this is Dacia. And I'm gonna see if I can get trade rights with them and maybe some map information. Speaking of, why don't I have... Wow, they added a lot of stuff you can use this for. Interesting. Okay. I think I didn't have the mini-map open earlier. I was thinking about kicking up taxes there for a second, but I'm probably okay to not do so. Again, the reason for me not doing that right now is I want the population growth more than I want the money. My bank account's pretty comfortable. Okay, now, I kind of want my spy to poke around over here real quick. Can he see anything? So he's got horses and spears. I wanted to see what kind of unit types he has, because sometimes I believe Gaul gets decent swordsmen, and if they start getting swordsmen, I'll probably want to get some cavalry. Okay, lucky me, that mission got canceled. Change or Maniar War, recruitment, a lot of construction. Okay, so Segesta, we're gonna go for, well, roads will not increase population growth. Can I recruit peasants here? I can. So I'll get a road. And here we'll go for, oh, we're already constructing something there. Ariminum, we will go for, I almost want to get a marketplace so I can start getting some trade resources. So this guy doesn't generate income because he's rebel, but I guess he's just meant to be in the way. He has no skill, so you know what I'm going to do? I've never really used merchants much in this game. They did not have them in the original, and I've only played Remastered briefly. So I want to see what kind of money a merchant can generate. Now, the reason I was checking his skill was, I believe because he has 0 skill right now, whoever I get will have a decent chance. Whoever I recruit as a merchant from Arimina will have a decent chance of taking this guy out and potentially gaining some skill. So I'll see if I can get some money flowing from merchants. This is an allied diplomat? I can't tell. Looks like a symbol for a diplomat. Scipii are gonna get hit by Carthage.
Ready to sail.
Alright, let's get up here.
Yes, Captain.
Retrain those ships. How much is that costing me? 291, 438. Man, that's expensive as hell. 483. It's over 1,000 just to repair those ships. That's pretty incredible. So maybe I'm not as lucrative as I was thinking I was. See, in Corrales, we'll do some more construction. I guess the only thing we can do is a barracks for now. And ships will go back down this way next turn. Now, what is the new mission? To take Patavium. They want us taking this. We have 10 turns to do so. So, I gotta keep the recruitment going. Who's our agent? He's at a move.
Awaiting your command. I will address them at once.
See, trade rights, map information, and we're requesting map information. See if they take that.
Generous proposal.
Well accepted, okay. Or we accept. Okay, nice. So they've only got 2 provinces. They're about to have another one. Alright, who do we go for next?
Your honor.
Say we try to trade with Macedon. Macedon is down in this area.
Without delay.
It's likely that the Brutii will end up at war with them, but I'll probably not join that. You know what? I wonder if to speed this up, I move some troops out already. Let's see who we can all pull out. Can we take all these guys? That leaves us at 130. Leaves us at 130. Wow, what did I get that's adding? Okay, so I guess 80% is the max benefit you can get from garrison. That might be the case. So I would guess that that has to do with the number of troops compared to the population. What happens if we take one more guy out? See, that's still 80%, 60%. 60%, and there's 80 troops compared to 900, so it's like 9% population. I'm not gonna do the math on that, but okay. That's nice, we got a pretty good amount of guys there. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna plant a tower down right up here. How do I do this? Construction, watchtower, confirm. Now I know that watchtowers give you vision, so this will do 2 things for me. I believe that watchtowers also reduce the likelihood that rebels arise in the area, but they also give vision, and having a watchtower on an island area like this will give me some vision of what kind of enemy ships or pirates are around here. I might do one down here if I remember to do so. I don't want to send a general out by themselves right now, but I might try to build one down here eventually, and then that will give me vision if there's ships in that area as well. But either way, I wanted to bring my general up here so that when the ships come, they have more. Well, maybe that doesn't make a difference. I'm not sure if your army is low on movement, if it affects how far the Navy can go once they get picked up. But either way, should be all for the rest of this turn here. Alright, I gotta get my spot moved over.
Yes, master. On my way.
Where did that other army go? Okay, so they're still sitting here. Keep on recruiting. I can get Velites now. In fact, let's get a squad of them. The ship's down.
Aye, aye, Captain. General.
Okay, there's Hastati are going to be the lone defenders of Corrales, and I'll just pray to God that the forces from Carthage don't come this way. Luckily, it's not a super important town right now. As it scales, I'll probably get some more of a garrison as a deterrent, but for now, I'm going to leave it as is. And we'll bring these fellas up here and start moving towards Patavium. Now, we will recruit some Hastati here. And what I'll probably do is keep my stronger general, which will be Vibius, Julius, in Segesta with this. Most of these Hastati, I'll probably send some of them to the main force. And then we'll march north against Batavium because that is the mission from the Senate. Now you don't have to do these missions, but you usually get some kind of reward for doing them. You can see here, they'll give me some kind of exotic unit. And I believe there's other benefits that come later in the campaign. So this is related to that. So they, every once in a while, they'll assign offices in the Senate. And if you have good standing with the Senate, there's a better chance of you getting some of those offices. And also if your generals or your family members are more skilled, the chance of them getting assigned offices is increased, I believe. So a lot of war going on. Well, I guess some of these are alliances. Macedon and Germania, that's a random group, random pairing. We got recruitment, already addressed that. Construction we'll get to in a second. Segesta, might as well get that. Construction's finished in Aricium. So, what do we want here? Pretty good public order. Probably, probably want to increase public order a little bit. So we'll go for Jupiter. We'll go for law and happiness here. And I want to get something that gives public order because we're at decent public order, but we want to move a good amount of these guys out when the combat starts, at least these two. I think having Town Watch and a decent manager here will be good enough, but just to be safe, we'll get a temple going. And I think that's all I need to do. Is there anything much going on down here? Carthage versus Scipii, the Brutii, pretty light. Do they have any? I don't think they have any troops anywhere else. I wonder if they lost their fleet to some pirates. Yeah, wow, they were pretty bare bones, the Brutii. It's interesting. Keep this guy coming down. This is owned by Dacia. This is Rebel. I'm assuming this is probably the fastest path towards Macedonian territory. Okay, so they have this province, whatever this province is.
Noble master? No more.
Is a city over here and here or down here? This is the surest shot. I know they have something in this area. One or two cities. And our spy is just gonna stay where he's at.
Ready to sail.
All right,
Embark.
here
Order.
we go. Faction leader is here.
Onward.
Let's link him up with these gentlemen.
Imperative.
Okay.
Urging armies.
Okay, so we're still at 125. Send these guys.
Forward.
And
Orders.
send Amulius. We'll leave. Man, I'm gonna need a lot of guys in this force. They've got a lot of troops up here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 8. So they got 17 squads worth of guys. I'll have 11. I think my troop quality is probably a little bit better. And they're gonna have to keep garrison troops in the towns. So let's say if we take away from that, what did I say, 17? So they've got about 14 loose troops right here. 3, yeah, 14 loose troops. I'll have 11. So let's match numbers plus 1. Let's do that. This should be a decent deterrent to a siege.
Orders.
And if I trade Batavium for, it's a large town, this is just a town. If I trade Batavium for Segesta, that's fine by me. How developed is this place? Not so developed. Ours isn't much either. I will continue recruiting. Get more Velites here, more Hastati. And I'm one turn away from being able to train a merchant. And here we really have nothing else that we can do until the town has grown, which is going to take a good long while probably. Let's see. Okay, I gotta remember in Aricia to do more construction. What do we want here? This is gonna give more public order type stuff. Trade bonus. Am I getting trade money here? I'm getting 613 from trade here. So farming, I'm getting 559. That'll also give me population growth. I'm not so concerned about population growth, so I'll get the roads and we'll see. Actually, you know what? Look at that. That's gonna give us a visual. This is the type of stuff that would be so helpful if they had it in Medieval 1, but it's understandable that an old game like that doesn't have this type of UI. So I can click on these and see how much I stand to get. So I get 80 from that. I get 223 from that. So I'll go with the roads. That's convenient. You can see that. I'm always wondering if I just throw these town guards in this force. Why not? Just get some extra numbers. Now this is going to be a problem. I got to keep an eye on this. Whoops, forgot about him. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. It stopped the ending of my turn so that I can continue to get the rest of the movement out of this guy. So let's send him this way. It looks like they might lose his town.
Awaiting your command.
Keep him moving. Make sure, excuse me, I want to make sure that he has another move order queued up in case I forget about him. Holy hell, I way lost track of time. Okay, so it is definitely time to stop this. I started my timer late and I'm already 23 on my timer. So I'm gonna stop here. And really it's just gonna be pushing for Patavium on the next episode. So thanks for watching and I will see you then.